Good Friday to everybody. It is I, the Robazoid, your semi-likable and occasionally tolerable curmudgeon of the Rumble and YouTube airwaves, in which I've got to talk about, of course, the firing of Pam Blondie. Bondi. You see, well, she was basically Attorney General under President Trump for at least a year and a half, I suppose, until it was decided that it was just time to get rid of her, or she just decided to gracefully bow out on her own. Because, well, no slam against her or anything, but she could have done a better job as Attorney General. The truth is, well, she kind of botched the Epstein files, and also she really screwed up when it came to the check-in on the Kennedy assassination and who was really behind it, that whole conspiracy theory. Not to mention, well, she really didn't follow through on her threats to arrest criminals, and that's why the thugs and terrorists and gangsters are still out there. But she did do a very good job to her credit when dealing with Antifa, because she did live up to that part of the bargain when she had all of them arrested. But, of course, that's just one accomplishment out of many failures. Not that these are all completely her fault, but it just seems that a good many of them can be blamed on far left-wing judges and radicalist judges who just, quite frankly, were able to block her and to block President Trump's presidential orders. So, all the orders that Trump had made ended up getting blocked by the party out of power. Kind of strange, isn't it? There's so much we could talk about with this whole story, but there's just not enough time to do it. So let's just get into this little news story right here, and I guess that'll be that, really.
Bondi is the second cabinet-level official to be eased out of her role by President Trump. He didn't say she was fired, but sources tell CBS News
but she was
not happy with her handling of the Epstein files and with the failed attempts to indict his enemies. Pam Blondie was at President Trump's
This
side
is CBS News, so they want to be polite about it.
Court hearing. By noon today, she was out, with Trump writing, "We love Pam," but that she will be transitioning to an important new job in the private sector. So help me God. Bondi is a former Florida Attorney General who served on Trump's impeachment team in 2019 and championed his false claims of voter fraud in 2020.
Attorney General Pam Blondie, who's been fantastic. Is Pam here someplace? Oh, hello, Pam.
As U.S. AG, Bondi was known for her blunt attacks on Trump's critics. You don't tell me.
I did tell you.
I think ultimately this is what did her in.
Not even a lawyer. She even hung a huge...
But she is right, that asshole isn't even a lawyer.
Tearing down the traditional walls between DOJ and the commander-in-chief. She was a real Trump loyalist.
She was as loyal as they come.
Tom Dupree is a former Deputy Assistant Attorney General.
I think President Trump felt she didn't have her foot on the accelerator. He wanted to see the folks he perceived as his enemies prosecuted. She wasn't delivering on that.
It wasn't for lack of trying.
We have filed charges against Letitia James.
Attorney General Pam Blondie had to go.
That was another thing that didn't go through. Who the hell is this guy?
Cabinet pick is Attorney General Pam Blondie. She is useless for more reasons than one. No, I know President Donald Trump probably fired her because she isn't doing what he told her to do. She got fired because she's not even good at being a puppet. Of course, people like me are ecstatic that she's fired because she couldn't have her own mind. Not only could she not do what President Donald Trump said, she barely investigated anything worthwhile. She fumbled the Epstein files. She's not going after legitimate criminals. She's not protecting the United States of America. And as Attorney General, you are the top cop in the United States of America.
I remember the same thing actually did happen earlier with Kristi Noem. But hey, she did her job to perfection. But I guess she decided that it was time to bow out of the administration and go back to working in the private sector, which is exactly what Pam Blondie is doing right now. Working in the private sector where she probably feels she can be of better help. And, well, this has been the Robazoid saying, happy Good Friday, happy Passover to all my Jewish friends, and, of course, happy Easter. I'll see you in the next video soon.